Now, KLBK's first warning weather with meteorologist Chris Whited.
Quiet weather here in the Lubbock metro area tonight. A few spots still seeing a few isolated showers and storms. In fact, we got one storm right now north of Seminole. We'll show you that on the radar in just a second. Right now, mostly clear here in the Lubbock area, and we'll stay mostly clear through the night tonight. As we take a look at the Bob Mills Skyview network here, and again, the Overton Hotel. Quiet weather here in the city. I mentioned there's a storm down around the Seminole area. Let's go on a little bit closer, and again, just north of Seminole. This is U.S. Highway 385. Seagraves is right here. This is slowly moving northeast, so a little bit of rain about to move into the Seagraves area. The rain now moving out of Seminole. In addition to that, we have a cluster of thunderstorms right now from near Portales up to Clovis around Cannon Air Force Base. We've got a flood advisory there in eastern New Mexico. These storms are also moving off to the north and to the east. Now, the Mesonet site in Seminole near that storm, but it hadn't seen any rain there. Temperature is 91. Where it has been raining, we've got 75 in Clovis, 84 in Morton, 89 here in Lubbock, still 90 down in the Post area, Lake Allen Henry 92, and also about 89 to 90 out here for Spur and the Guthrie area. The wind coming in out of the southeast around 5 to 15 miles per hour. The wind tonight anywhere in that ballpark, maybe 10 to 15 in some locations. And the dew points have came up just a bit tonight. We've got dew points in the lower 60s over most of the area, although we do have a few areas kind of spattered in here with mid to upper 50s across the area. Last 6 hours, most of the activity has been across parts of eastern New Mexico along the state line, but then you're seeing these few isolated storms down in parts of Gaines County. Most of these will dissipate over the next hour or so as we are losing the daytime heating across the area. High pressure area sitting back to our east and southeast, and of course we've got that clockwise flow around the high. Some of the moisture in eastern New Mexico and central New Mexico, that's that monsoonal moisture. Model data suggesting some of that may try to pop an isolated storm along the state line, maybe as far as into the western counties of the South Plains over the next couple of afternoons. So I do have an isolated chance of a storm in our extended forecast at least through midweek. And then by the middle part of the week, we'll see the numbers come back down with mid-90s expected before the heat returns by the weekend. Forecast models tonight showing activity along the state line and down in our southeastern or southwestern areas, I should say, dissipating as we go through the night. Looking at mostly sunny conditions for your Sunday, but by Sunday afternoon, some clouds developing on the state line. And again, you see a couple little areas of green popping up. This model suggesting maybe an isolated shower or storm. Those dissipate by the evening hours, and then we're looking at mostly clear conditions overnight for tomorrow night. And then as we head through the day on Monday, looking for sunny conditions, and by the afternoon, a few clouds popping up here, and again, maybe a stray shower or a storm out there. Let's take a look at your numbers for tomorrow. About 101 for Littlefield, Levelland, and the Muleshoe area. Freona 99. Around 100 here in Lubbock. This model says 98 in Plainview, but it could be easily 100 there. 106 for Paducah, Matador 104, Dickens at 103, and around 100 for Floydada and for Rawls. And then down to the south, we'll forecast a high tomorrow around 101 for Denver City. Same deal for Lamesa, O'Donnell, and Tahoka. 103 for Post, 103 around Lake Allen Henry. 75, warm night tonight here in Lubbock area. Some areas in the rolling plains, though, will only get down into the upper 70s for tonight. We'll keep a south to southeast wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. A little bit of a southwest wind in the morning. That'll shift south in the afternoon, 10 to 15. The high temperature around 100. Again, I've got an isolated chance of a storm, and that's mainly west of Lubbock, although it could be close enough. We'll keep an eye on things. And you've got that final day of tax-free shopping, 100 out in the parking lot tomorrow afternoon. Of course, the mall open from 11 to 6 tomorrow, those extended hours for tax-free weekend. I promise it won't be 100 degrees. They'll have it nice and cool in there, our friends over at the South Plains Mall. Triple digits through Monday, and then we'll start to see the numbers coming down to 97 on Tuesday, 95 by the middle part of the week, and then we'll see the heat returning by next weekend. And like I mentioned, Sasha, just a very small chance of an isolated storm, mainly in the western half of the South Plains through at least the middle part of the week. I mentioned at 6, though, the drought update that we got on Thursday was not very impressive. We are seeing things kind of deteriorating with drought conditions. In fact, some areas are showing severe drought now in parts of the north and parts of the South Plains, the rolling plains, and down around Tahoka.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for rain. I'm just glad that we'll get a few degrees cooler in the next several days. So anything we can get, we'll take.
95 is not bad, but 85, 75, I would like that a little bit better.
It's still going to be hot.
But we deal with what Mother Nature gives us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Chris.
You're welcome.
And we will be right back after a short break.